Hello and welcome to another macro video. This time we're looking at FRedit and what happens when you've got either notes or text boxes in the text. So by notes I mean either endnotes or footnotes. The same principle applies. So we need some sample text. This is going to be my sample text. Let's make it a bit smaller so that we can see it. And down here we've got a text box, and then below that we've got some footnotes, so that's okay. So we need a FRedit list, so let's bring in a bit of text here, a blank file, and to make it visible I'm going to do something silly. I'm going to search for the word on, and I'm going to replace it with itself, replace it with that which you have found. In other words, I'm just going to do that in order to, if I put a highlight on that FRedit list, on that FRedit item, then it will highlight the word on. So let's try running that. So if I run FRedit, there we go, we've got lots of ons highlighted, but the text box hasn't got any of its ons, and neither has the footnote there. So above the FRedit list at the beginning of the text, if we want to highlight things or change things in the footnotes, then we have to put a line starting with a vertical bar, and it says footnotes equals yes. Oops, only one S. Okay, so let's undo what we've done already. So the undo button is up here. Click that, and that find and replace is undone. So let's run FRedit again. I'm doing that from a keystroke. So there we go. Okay, so this time it's done the find and replace on the main text, and it's also done it down here on the footnote. And as you might guess, if I had endnotes, then I would just put a line in there saying endnotes equals yes. Right, so if we want text boxes as well, another line, text boxes equals yes. So again, let's undo the FRedit items we've done before. So if I click the undo button once, then it gets rid of the main text, and undo it again. And in other words, it does those two find and replaces separately, once on the main text and once on the footnotes. So let's try this. So again, click in there and run FRedit. So this time we've got all three. We've got the main text, we've got the text box, the items in the text box there, and the notes. They've all been had the FRedit item run on them. However, this is just something that I've discovered recently. In the job that I'm working on at the moment, I got a box here which that's got some ons in it, but they're not highlighted. So that text box did not get the find and replaces done on it, whereas that one did. So let's just undo those. 1, 2, 3. So we're back to where we were. So we've got this. Now what I have since discovered is, thanks to some friends in SFEP, that this, if I click on that on the edge there to select it and right click, then we've got group here, and if I go across it says ungroup. In other words, that text box is a group of text boxes. There's more than one in there. So if I ungroup those, if I now try running FRedit, it works on the top one there. Oh, and actually that's all there is, because there aren't any ons in that bit of text. That was a mistake. Never mind. But yes, so what I'm saying is really that if frames are grouped like that, then FRedit won't work, I'm afraid. And you could ungroup them, but it's probably better just to accept that FRedit doesn't work if frames are grouped like that, if text boxes are grouped like that. Okay, so I hope that's useful.